Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 2, season 2 of our London Black Knights franchise, and we are battling off against the Las Vegas Raiders at Olympic Stadium in London. So, last episode we played against the Pittsburgh Steelers at home in London. We won that. I will have the link to the video in the description if you guys want to check that out if you haven't already. Last episode, Quan Alexander, he had 14 tackles, 1 sack, and 3 forced fumbles. So that made him AFC Defensive Player of the Game of the Week. And they are in the AFC because they were originally the Buffalo Bills, and then I decided to relocate them. Without further ado, we'll see you at kickoff. Another primetime game here in London today.
Flacco and the London Black Knights taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is kickoff time here at Olympic Stadium in London. Week 2, back-to-back primetime games, because the last episode I'm pretty sure was primetime. It was under the lights in London, so the Raiders get to return this one. They get stopped at the 31-yard line, so that's going to be a first down and 10. We get to see Derek Carr, the younger brother of former number 1 overall pick back in the year 2002, David Carr, who got drafted by the Houston Texans, and then played a little bit with the New York Giants. So Derek Carr, he's going to throw this to Darren Waller, and that's going to be a second down and 2 for a gain of 8 yards on that play. So they're going to try to move the chains here. So Las Vegas are going to try to run the ball. Actually, they are going to run the ball with Hunter Renfrow, but he lost 7 yards on that play. So that's going to be a 3rd and 9 there. Not a great offensive move there that time by the Raiders offense, as they lost 7 yards. If you want to play offense, you don't want to lose a ton of yardage. And there is a fumble, so we unfortunately do recover it, and it's Quan Alexander who makes that fumble recovery. We get to see the Audubon, New Jersey native Joe Flacco stepping onto the field for the first time in this episode for the London Black Knights. So I am going to use the PA comeback slide. And this is the best part about getting a turnover in the red zone when you're near the red zone, because you actually get not that many yards. So Antonio Brown does get his first touchdown of the game, and I think this will be his first one of the season, because he didn't score any touchdowns in the last episode against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the London Black Knights lead this one 7-0. Alright, now 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line here in London. So they're going to hand this off to Josh Jacobs, and he only gained about 2 yards on that play. So last week, he had 16 rushes, 93 yards, and a touchdown with that victory. So both teams right now are 1-0 on the season, but there can only be one team in this episode that can go 2-0. 2nd and 8 now here in London. Josh Jacobs runs the ball, and he only gained about a slight yard. I would consider a slight yard, but 3rd down and 7 now from the 31. Derek Carr throws this out to the receiver. That's going to be a 1st down and 10. So Hunter Renfrow claimed that reception. He ran the ball the last time, and he lost like 7 yards. So this is going to be a 1st and 10. They're going to hand this off to Josh Jacobs. I would consider He did not lose nor gain any yards on that play, so that's interesting to see. So, second down at 10 now here in London, and the Raiders do claim that reception, so they do score a touchdown. Darren Waller with a 69-yard reception for a touchdown, and we'll see you guys at kickoff. There is a blocked field goal, and Quan Alexander's going to make another fumble recovery, and he is going to return this. And could he possibly score a blocked punt for a touchdown? That is a 2-point conversion. I don't know what Madden was thinking about when they did that 2-point conversion, but it's really supposed to be a touchdown. Anyway, we're leading this 9-0 here in London. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is kickoff time here at Olympic Stadium in London. So Todd Gurley, the former St. Louis Rams running back, is ready to return this kickoff. And he does get stopped at the 32 with only 28 seconds to go in the first quarter. So I'm thinking about using the I form here. We're going to use the 94-wheel run play. First down at 10. So this will be our first running play of the game. So Melvin Gordon, the former San Diego Chargers running back, he is going to run the ball. And it looks like he does get stopped at the 30 for a gain of 38 yards on that run play. That was awesome there. And we'll see you guys in the second quarter. Alright, now first down and 10 from the 15-yard line here in London. We're going to run the ball. So beginning of the second quarter, we're at the 15. And we gain about 5 yards on that play. So that's going to be a 2nd and 5 now. So we're going to use that same exact run play until we get a touchdown. So we can move the chains even further. So Melvin Gordon actually does get that first down with a gain of 7 yards. So this is going to be a 1st and goal from the 3. We should be able to get this into the end zone for our first rushing touchdown of the game. And we do. So it will now be a 16-6 lead, because remember, the Raiders did not actually get their 2-point conversion in or their field goal, so it was a blocked field goal. It was a blocked PAT attempt, and we recovered it, so it's now 16-6 here in London. Alright, first down and 10 from the 45-yard line. The reason why I took that long break is because we were about to head into the 2-minute warning, and Amari Washington does get his first fumble recovery of the game. So the Raiders have had 3 lost fumble recoveries, and this will be their 2nd turnover in this game. I thought it was the 3rd, my apologies. But Joe Flacco, he's going to throw this out to Rob Gronkowski, and he gets stopped at the 15. So this basically means we are in the red zone again. So we're going to use the Texas pass play. And my featured primary receiver rather, is Rob Gronkowski. So I'm going to throw this to Gronk. And he gets stopped at the 1-yard line there. So I may as well just do a simple run play. I'm just going to do a run play just because we're not that far from the end zone. And Melvin Gordon again scores a touchdown. This will be his 2nd one of the game, 4th on the year. And London will lead this one 23-6. Alright, 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Derek Carr, he's going to throw this to Henry Ruggs III, and he gets a first down, but the Raiders are taking that timeout. They're at the 43 now, 1st down and 10 from the 43-yard line with less than a minute to go in this first half. And they throw that football, it's incomplete, so this is Derek Carr's first incomplete pass of the game. So 2nd and 10 now, still at the 43. So basically, they're going to throw this one out to Henry Ruggs, but there is a flag. So it is roughing the passer. So this is on us. So it's on the London defense, Devin McCourty. So they're going to accept it. And that's going to be an automatic first down for a gain of 15 yards on that play. From the spot of the ball. So Darren Waller tries to get that into the end zone, but he doesn't quite make it in. But this is 2nd and 2 now from the 5-yard line. 35 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to throw this into the end zone to Hunter Renfrow. So this will be Renfrow's first receiving touchdown of the game. And this will now be a 23-13 lead here in London. We'll see you guys in the second half. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is kickoff time, beginning the second half here in London, as the Black Knights lead this one 23-13. And we get to see Todd Gurley ready to return this kickoff. It looks like he's going to take this all the way. He's going to take this all the way, and no one's going to stop him. And he gets that touchdown, a spectacular touchdown to begin the second half. 105-yard kickoff return there. So it's now going to be a 30-13 lead here in Olympic Stadium. So that's going to be really exciting to see. That's a great way. 105 to begin the second half yards. And they will lead this one by 17. We're going to take a break. Alright, and Jalen Ramsey gets an INT. The first INT of the game. And Jalen Ramsey picks up a pick six. And I think this will be his 20th career interception and his first INT return for a touchdown on the season. So they're going to take this one to the house. Derek Carr, he tries to throw this one to Tyrell Williams. But that turns out to be intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. And he returns it all the way. So that will result in a 37-13 lead here in London for the Black Knights. We're going to take another break. And like I said, generally I take breaks whenever I get a pick six or fumble recovery for a touchdown, punt, or kickoff returns for TDs. So we're going to lead this one by 24. Alright, now this is the beginning of the fourth quarter. We did not film a whole lot in the third quarter because there was two spectacular parts of the game. And one of them was that in the beginning, it began off with that Todd Gurley 105-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, which made it really spectacular. So he's going to throw this to Derek Carr, and then Darren Waller, he claims that reception. That's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 21. 3:47 to go in the fourth. Clock is winding down pretty fast here in London. So London, we're going to play some defense here. We want to sack the quarterback, and Henry Ruggs did claim that reception. So 15 for 19 there for Derek Carr. So he has 2 receptions, 30 yards for Henry Ruggs. So 1st and goal from the 6. So they throw this one out to Josh Jacobs, and that's going to be his first receiving touchdown of the game. So it's now going to be 37-20. Well, 37-21 if they make it in. If they don't, it will still remain at 19. So they're going to throw this one out to Darren Waller. Completed. 2 points. Alright, now they're going to do an onside kick there. And this will be the beginning of our offense in the fourth quarter. So Quan Alexander, he's going to return this one. And this is very rare to see. He returns this one for a touchdown again. So there's been 2 kickoff returns in 2 quarters. 53-yard return there that time. It's very rare to see a linebacker and or a defensive lineman return a kickoff return for a touchdown. And that's what made it really spectacular. So now we lead this one 44-21. We're going to take a break here. And we'll see you guys when we're back on offense. Alright, so Josh Norman does claim an interception there. So he doesn't return this for very much. So this is the very end of the game here in London. And we're about to go 2-0. And I'm actually going to use some Joshua Dobbs for the final seconds of the football game. So I'm going to throw this out to Gronk. And he actually does claim that reception. So he's going to get this one into the end zone. So that's going to be a 50-21 victory for the London Black Knights. So we win it here in London by 29. So this was a really fun episode to watch here. 2 interceptions, 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns, which made it really surprising. So I'll explain the numbers once we get into statistics. Alright, Derek Carr, 119.9 pass rating, 20 for 25, 3 touchdowns, 2 INTs on the day. Joe Flacco and Josh Dobbs both claimed 158.3 passer ratings with only 1 touchdown each by them. Melvin Gordon, 2 touchdowns on the day, 9 broken tackles, 6 carries, 68 yards there in this game today. So Darren Waller had 100 yards exact and scored 1 touchdown, while Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski scored a touchdown each, along with Josh Jacobs and Hunter Renfrow. And defensively, this is pretty surprising. Sheldon Rankins had 2 sacks, Jordan Poyer had 1.5, CJ Mosley, Amari Washington had 1 sack, and Danny Shelton had 0.5 sacks. Jalen Ramsey and Josh Norman both claimed INTs, but Ramsey, however, was the winner and got pick 6s out of it. Kick return wise, Quan Alexander and Todd Gurley. This was the very beginning of the third quarter, 105 yards, which made it a touchdown, and this concluded the fourth quarter, basically, with 1 touchdown there. So that basically wraps it up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next episode. Have a great Monday, everybody.